Hello, everybody. You are in the reaction room with Rese. Welcome back. Today I'm doing a recap of Season 1, Episode 94. But before we get started, I need a favor. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share this video. I'm new to YouTube and I need your help. Okay, let's see what's going on beyond the gates. We start off at the Dupree house. Vernon feels guilty about this whole ordeal. He says he made a bad situation worse. He tells Anita it was the worst decision of my life. Anita says, at least you're both alive and Martin's not in jail. She says, we should have handled it differently, but we can't undo what's been done. And they both agree that they need to move forward. Then Martin walks in and says, it's time for him to talk to his mom. Nicole goes over to the hotel to see Ted, and she asks him, how could he keep this from her for years? She tells him that she knows about the reconstructive surgery that he did on Kenneth's face. Ted says, it wasn't about you. He tells her Vernon and Anita asked him to help protect Martin, and he did what he thought was best. And Nicole says she doesn't know who she married, and now there's no chance of them getting back together. Jacob tells Naomi that Smitty is giving him the silent treatment. He says, what if he's covering for Martin? Naomi says, my cousin? She doesn't believe that Martin is involved in something illegal. Jacob tells her Smitty brought this to me, and now he's changing his mind. And then Jacob says that his dad may be involved, but he doesn't want to believe that. Naomi tells him, you could be taking a handful of questions and turning it into something that doesn't exist. Danny and Andre are pillow talking, and then she gets a call from Vernon telling her she needs to come to the house as soon as she can get there. She asks, is everything all right? And Vernon says, actually no, but get here safely. At the hospital, Derek walks in and goes over to talk to Shanice, and they're flirting a little with each other. Ashley gets irritated and calls Andre and asks him to come over there. Shanice asks Derek if he's trying to make Ashley jealous, and he says yes, and Shanice tells him that she'll be happy to help him get Ashley back. So she really turns up the flirting. And then Andre comes in, and Ashley uses him to make Derek jealous. And she pours it on thick. Andre leaves, and then Derek comes over to Ashley, and they talk. And Ashley says, just tell me that you don't hate me. And Derek says, I could never hate you. Chelsea goes over to Bill's firm and tells him, I can't believe you put us in this position. He thinks she's talking about the Martin situation. But she's upset because he didn't follow up on the legal correspondence concerning the lawsuit that was filed against her company. Bill tells her there's a lot going on and he's had so much on his mind lately. And she asks him what's going on. Bill blames it on the stroke. Chelsea says she didn't mean to push and she loves him, but family shouldn't keep secrets from each other. At the Dupree house, Danny finds out what happened that night. She is shocked, but she says she's glad they survived. And she thanks Martin for saving her dad's life. She says every decision that you made that led you home was the right one. Back at the hotel, Ted tells Nicole that she's using Martin's situation as an excuse not to fight for their marriage. She says she tried to understand, but he lied to her for years about Martin and Leslie. Ted tells her he knows how it looks. And Nicole tells him, then you'll understand why I'm taking these next steps. And she walks out. Naomi tells Jacob, let's say everything you say is true. She basically says, do you really want to ruin everyone's lives and careers, even your dad's? She says, please, just let the chief and Malone handle this case. Back at the Duprees, Nicole walks into the room and everyone leaves so she can talk to Martin alone. And he runs into her arms. She says, your mom's here now. and she tells him not to talk about it tonight. She says, "You need to get some rest, hopefully without the nightmares. And tomorrow, we'll get to work on fixing the broken pieces." She lets him know that she loves him and she's there for him. Bill goes over to the hotel to see Ted, and Ted tells him that he may need him to be his divorce lawyer. And then Bill tells him that Kenneth is no longer a threat. Ted tells Bill that we should be thankful your son-in-law is not on the case. And Bill says that's the last thing we need. At the Dupree house, Nicole tells Danny she wishes she could go back in time before all of this. She says, "How did we get here?" Danny tells her, "You're not alone." She says, "Your family is not perfect, but we can help you, and you need us, so stop pushing us away." Nicole says okay, and they hug it out. And that's how the show ended. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.